Hey everyone, Shannon Lynn with Divine Bliss Twin Flame Union. I'm here today just to do a quick channeling for you here for the Twin Flame Collective. The Divine, really has a lot of information and guidance for the each and the all of us upon our own true Twin Flame collective of journeys here, which just means that, as we're stepping forward from within this Twin Flame journey of our owns here, we're being divinely and directly guided from deep within us, from within our interior guidance systems. And so I'm here to just channel the Divine, any information and guidance they have for us, each of us individually and as a whole, to sort of bring us forward into just so much more of what we are here to be and to do and to have from within. And also from within this manifestation process that we've come down upon as a true Twin Flame collective here as well. And so there's just so much information and guidance that comes through that's available for us that it's amazing. And I love what I do. I've been divinely channeling the Divine for the past 14 and a half years, and I feel in my element when I'm channeling the Divine. It's come to be from within a process, and as it started 14 and a half years ago, they started out as books coming through. Well, they ended up being books and workbooks and newsletters and all that, but it started out with a couple of books that were, one was a continuation of the other book. That's how the channeling all began for me. The first message that I got was, why do you want to write this book? And I was in a not so great relationship at the time. And so I said, because I never want another person or another woman to ever have to go through what I have. And so that day, the first two lines of what ended up being a book, the first book came through. And so ever since then, they started at 3 or 4 words at a time. They would come in as dictation, and I would always through the right side. And so then I would write down those 3 or 4 words, or type down those 3 or 4 words, and then 3 or 4 more would come, 3 or 4 more would come. And since then, through the process of this all, of course, it's become much more fluid and easier for me to get their messages and quicker for me to get their messages. But it has been a process, and I've been told all along, trust in the process, trust in the process, trust in the process. So I guess that's, the guidance I have for all of you here as well is trust in the process, trust in this whole process, and open your intuitive faculties, open your interior guidance systems as to what is right and true for you, because you will know from deep within you what is right and true for you once you do that, once you open up into more and you listen to your heart and soul and you listen to your interior guidance, and then you take the steps from there. So the message that I got again was, today's message of the day is by the Arcturians Council of Light Beings, as well as the Mother Goddess and her special band of angelic helpers from within the kingdom of the heavens, as well as each your own angel guardians here as well. And so if you are being intuitively guided to these messages that are coming through from the Divine, just stay tuned in, subscribe to the channel, stay tuned in. What I do from within these messages of the day now is I just, as always, I have the past 14 and a half years, I just put my thoughts to the side and the dictation comes in from the right side, and I bring forward these messages from the Divine for all of us on our own true twin flame journeys here, as well as for the collective of collectives. We're still, I'm still wanting to learn more about what this collective of collectives is. But I do have a feeling that we're going to expand into that as well. And so we're going to come to the knowings of what that is. And so this Divine guidance is just here for help, for the each and the all of us, to process ourselves through this true twin flame journey of sorts that we're each individually on here, so that we can become all that we're meant to be, to do, and have from within this lifetime here as well. So again, I'm just going to put my thoughts to the side and let their information and guidance come through for us. So just stay tuned in. Here we go. Okay, they're starting with again here. So to each their owns from within this own. To each their owns from within their own individual true processes here just means as well, they're saying, that to each their owns can only come to be once and when and or if they do step up and on into just so much more from within their own true selves, souls, or in the processings of just so much more from within their own individual interior guidance systems, they're saying. So just do know that once you are here being and doing and having as or in this as from within all of this, well then, just do know that to each your owns will become more noticeable or will become more prominent in your knowings of and in your beings and doings of here as well. Which just does mean that once you step up and on into just so much more, this mind expansion or these mind expanding beingnesses of or ways of beingnesses of in which you then truly do see from a higher, much higher perspective, they're saying, well then, to each your owns will become much more noticeable in the ways that you will now see the world through like different eyes. You will see the world in a much different way than you may do here right now. Which just means that as you step up and on into just so much more, why would you not see differently and be differently and then come upon or from within you as differently? Simply because you have now then learned the true ways of the West or the true ways of beingnesses or knowingnesses in which you've then come down from upon and have stepped up on forward on into just so much more from within all of this or all of these true processings here as well, they're saying. Which just does mean that as we step forward on into just so much more, well then, why would we not then become just so much more from within all of this or all of these true trespasses of light beingnesses of? Which just means that once you do know the ways of the West or the ways that these things do come forward to and for the each of you from within this, like this trust, this trusting process in which you each have then come down from upon and have sprung or brought yourselves forward up and on into just so much more from within. You then are in the knowingnesses of and or the beingnesses of just so much more here as well. Simply because now you know better. So now that you know better, can you not be here now doing better? Or in the betterings of all of this from within all of that? Simply because why would you not be here being and or doing better now that you once do know better here now, right? And that just means from within these and or your own true processings, you each are individually here coming upon just so much more from within each of you as this or in this true processing, simply because you each are your own individual ways of beingnesses. And so now that you've come down from upon and within all of that, and have then sprung yourselves on forward from that, and have come to be just that much more from within all of this whole true process or processings of, why would you not then see from this much higher, broader perspective, they're saying? Simply because you each are your own true ways of the West here as well. And so as you do come to these knowings of, and or these beings of, these doings of here as well, well then, you are here then acting as if. And once you come forward in the acting as if, well then, they're saying, well then, you will then just be here being as or in this as. And well then, once you are being this as or in this as, like, well then, how could you not be anything but that? Which just means that as you stepped up or as you do step up on into your own true powers here, as this true power source couple or couplings, in whom or which the both of you do come forward as your own true self souls in the processings of, or you both do individually come together here as your own true self souls processings of, or in the ways of beingnesses of, in which you have now then seen from this much higher, grander, greater perspective or perspectives. You then can come into true and perfect unions here as well from within all of this, simply because, again, these are and were the ways of the West. These are the ways that it was always supposed to be, to do, and to have from within. And so now then, why would you not come forward and or together here as well from within all of this? And that just means that once you know better, you then here now do better. And that once you are here now doing better or acting as if this is better and or that is better from within the each of yous as this or in this your own interior guidance systems of, well then, how could you not be here being and or doing as only you each individually can and will be here? Simply because these ways of the West are coming forward from within the each of you as the ways to be, to do, and to have from within. And that just means that you are your own interior guidance systems coming forward from within the each of you. And we are here as your intuitive guides here as well from within all of this, and from within the each of you, from within this system of events or system of improvements of events from within the each of you that then do come forward from within you as just so much more from within all of this or all of that. And so just do know that as you do progress yourselves up and on forward into just so much more from within all of this system of events or these systems of improvements of events, well then, you each individually will know the true ways of the West from deep within you, seeing as you've already come down and upon from within that and have stepped forward or have sprung yourselves up and on forward into just so much more from within all of that here as well, they're saying. Simply because as you know better, you do become better here then as well, right? Are we right here? And so why would you not be being here and doing here as better or just all that much more from within all of this now that you do know better here now as well or to it or as well? And so why would you not step up and on into just so much more from within the each of you when you are here being shown the true ways of the West or the true ways of beingnesses in which you can then now come upon and from within you as, which just means that as you step up and on forward into just so much more, you then are being projected up and on forward into just so much more here as well as, or in these projections of, which then are brought back to meet and or to greet you from within all of this energetic frequencies of, or in the ways of beingnesses of, in which you have then stepped forward on into as, or in this all as, and then have become this energetic match or this light beingnesses of just so much more, whom then have and are stepping forward up and on into just so much more from within this like light frequencies of events in true creation manifestation, which then does come forward for the each and the all of us, or the each and the all of yous here as well, they're saying. So from within all of this, all of these true creation manifestation videos and or monologues, they're saying, you each are then being intuitively and instinctively guided from deep within the each of you as, or in this as, which just means that as you come forward up and on into just so much more, you will know your own true ways of the West from deep within you as, or in just what is right and true for you each individually here as well. Because as you do go on forward up and on into just so much more from deep within you, you then will know your own true ways of the West from deep within you intuitively and instinctively, and will know then just how to proceed on forward up and on into just so much more from within all of this or all of that here as well. So just do know that this truly is a process, or in the processings of just so much more from within each of you here individually as this true twin flame collective of collectives, and or in the beingnesses of just so much more from within this whole true twin flame collective of collectives here as well, they're saying. And so just do know that your manifestation process or in the processings of does come forward just all that much more as you continue upwardly here as well, they're saying. So just do know that as you step up and on forward into just so much more, you then become in the projections of. And once you become in the projections of, you then are just here being as. And when you are here just being as, or in this as, well then, you too then do come forward to and for the betterment of the alls here as well from within all of this. And then, wow then, look out world, they're saying. Because then as you all or both here together then do come forward together, as or in this together, well then, do look out worlds here once again, they're saying. Because then you are projecting yourselves up and on forward into just so much more as this true twin flame collective of collectives here as well. Which just means that as you collectively come here together in unions, well then, just all that much more will be coming forward in the projections of here as well. And then just that much more will be coming forward in the manifestations of just so much more here as well from within all of that. Like as well here I'm hearing like So, to each your owns will become all that much more once you know, truly know from deep within you as to what is right and true for you from deep within you. And so just go within, go deep within to your own true knowings from deep within you as to what is right and true for the each and the all of yous, they're saying. Simply because you each are your own individual processings and or processors of. But not only that, but that you each are here individually as a whole, here together as one, like as well. So just do know that as you are here in the projections of and or are projecting yourselves up and on forward into just so much more from within the each of yous as this true twin flame collective of collectives, or in the collective agreements of these collectives, which just means that you have initially and intuitively been guided to the here and the now, the here and the nows of your lives here today, simply because these are the ways that you have wanted this to be. You have come forward from within this as this. You have reached your own true possessions of and or frequencies of all of this from deep within you, as you have been guided on forward into all of this as well here from within you. And we are here and have been here as your own true processors here as well. We, the angels, your angelic guides, are here to show you the ways to your own true self souls in the happenings of just so much more from within all of this, or all of this true co-creative series that we are bringing forth here for the each and the all of yous from within. And then you will each know the true ways of the West and or the true ways of beingnesses in which do come forward to and for the betterment of the alls from within all of this, as you are each being intuitively and directly guided to be as, or in this as. And so just to be here as your own true self souls in the processings of just means to come forward as just so much more, as you each are intuitively and directly guided to from deep within you. So to just listen to your own interior guidance system as to what and whom is right and true for you, and to then go from there, they're saying. Okay, so I'm feeling like that's it for the message of the day. I hope everyone has enjoyed that. I don't even know what to say to back that up. It's just all about our own individual journeys and, taking the steps as we are each individually guided to, and to just step up and on into just so much more as we are, intuitively and individually guided to from deep within us. And that our guides, the angels, Mother God, so many on the other side, the collective is there for us as well. The angelic collective is there for us as well, to bring us forward on into just so much more from within all of this here as well, to bring forward this much better, new, improved world for all of us to live and to thrive within, because that is always our main objective, is to and for the betterment of the alls. Even though we're coming forward for our own true self souls, to be living our true authentic selves and our true authentic lives, and the lives of our dreams and the now of our lives, our happily ever afters. We are also here doing the same and manifesting the same, to and for the betterment of the alls, to and for the betterment of all of the worlds, to become, to live in this much improved world, to live and to thrive from within it all, But it all starts individually from within ourselves as this, individual, true twin flame, collective of collectives, individually here as a whole. So as we come forward for ourselves, we then, meet and greet others that are here for the same reason. And then we all come together to be and do this, as these true twin power couples, but also as this true twin flame collective of collectives here as well. So, it really is a process. And as I've learned over the past 14 and a half years, that it's a process that you need to go down and upon to then, be sprung or brought yourselves, as they're saying, to bring yourselves up and on into just so much more from within these, states of beingnesses, which I've learned are these states of beingnesses, which they talk about, are like, self-love, confidence, trust, all of these ways of beingnesses that we're no longer working for the way we were, the way that we were living. That can be projected up and on just so much of a better way to look at things, to see things from a more peaceful, blissful state, of being, you know. And so all of these ways of beingness is, you know, we, through the work that we do, we bring ourselves, you know, into much more higher states of beingnesses from within all of that, so that we can see life from a much better position, I guess, so that we then can be living these much better lives and also manifesting from these much better ways of seeing things and being, you know, beingnesses of kind of things. So really just trust in the process, trust in your interior guidance system. They're giving us tools and steppings. The creation series of materials are all tools and steppings to help everyone to come up and on into their own, to begin in the manifesting process of all of these things that you're looking for. And so if you are being intuitively and directly guided to the creation series of materials, check out my website at www.scriptordreamlife.com. I always think it's our website, our channel, because it's so much of the divine coming through me, you know, being this channel that I am here for them, that, you know, it really is all of their work here. I'm just here, you know, spreading the word, spreading their messages and their information and guidance for all of us. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed this, what they're calling it, today's message of the day. So I hope everyone enjoys it. Have a super spectacular rest of your week, and take care. Just take the steps from deep within you as you're guided to, and step up and on into just so much more, and you know, become just so much more. So take care. We'll talk very soon. Bye for now.